Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about approximating square roots. Let's take a look. So a square root is a number that when multiplied by itself equals the given number. Every positive number has a positive and negative square root. A perfect square is a number with integers as its square roots. So taking a look at this list, our positive square roots are the square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, and so on all the way up to this list up to the square root of 225 is 15. I highly recommend you memorize all of those. That will help you with this unit. We can approximate square roots by finding two perfect squares that the value falls between. So if it's asking what are two whole numbers that the square root of 15 falls between, it's important to have this list and to know these so we know where exactly it falls. So I know, based on this list, that this is going to fall in between the square root of 9 and the square root of 15. So the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 16 is 4. So the two whole numbers that the square root of 15 falls between is 3 and 4. Now when it's asking us to approximate the square root of 15 on the number line, I generally try to make that number line with the numbers near where we're trying to look at. So I know like the square root, so I'm going to label this both on top and bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now on top of that, I'm going to put the square roots that equal those numbers. So this is the square root of 1, this is the square root of 4, this is the square root of 9, this is the square root of 16, and this is the square root of 25. Now I want to know where the square root of 15 is. I know that the square root of 15 is between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16. I know 15 is much closer to 16 than it is to 9, so it's going to be somewhere closer to the 4 than the 3. So when I'm approximating it, I would say it's somewhere around there. So that is the square root of 15. I do the same process for the square root of 28. Well, I'm looking at this list. I know that 128 is in between 121 and 144. Now the square root of 121 is 11. The square root of 144 is 12. Now the square root of 128 is in between 11 and 12. So those are the two whole numbers that it falls between. Now approximating it on the number line, again, I'll make that number line. And I'll have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now I know it's between 11 and 12. I'm also going to put the square root of 100 on top of here, square root of 121, square root of 144, square root of 169, and the square root of 196. Now I know that 128 is closer to 121 than it is to 144. I'm going to say it is somewhere in the middle, but much closer to the 121 than the 144. So I'm going to put square root of 128 right about right there. So square root of 128. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.